All right, well, I guess there's a ceiling in terms of what you can accomplish financially and otherwise in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world, so we're certainly happy to see this young man cross over. There is no questioning his ground game, and Daniel, a lot of people believe it's going to translate at the highest level here in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's shown, John, that he can do that. He's shown that he has the ability to grapple, and not only grapple, fight anyone. He does it at the highest level, so let's see how he implements that jiu-jitsu base in the fight tonight against a guy that would seem to have all the answers.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle, but he says that he can get it done.
Yeah, we talked about that in the fighter meeting. He kind of gave us a smirk, seemingly as if he knows something we don't. We'll see if BJJ indeed reigns supreme here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion, the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, the Prodigy, B.J. Penn! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is the former UFC welterweight champion of the world and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Hughes!
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, let's see if B.J. Penn can get on track here in the early going as we begin round one. Who could forget his 21-second knockout of Matt Hughes at UFC 123? Blackjack that night. The question is, though, B.J. Penn, latter stages of his career, can he get off to a good start tonight? Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now. Straight punch there again, been there all night.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into his underhook.
Oh, nice counter to land the left hook there. Oh, that's a beautiful land downstairs with the kick. All right, so 1 minute into the fight, we've got a full-on brawl here, DC. It's great for the fans, not necessarily for the gas tank if this thing goes much longer. Not
great for the gas tank and not good for the old noggin. You can't take so many upside the head. Somebody's going to sleep.
The Hall of Famer Hughes gets tattooed with that hook. He's going to have to change some things here.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Immediately gets the underhook.
Oh, big elbow.
All right, so as advertised thus far, as these fighters continue to trade strikes. Big shot on the feet.
He's giving him so many different things right now.
Oh, big knee to the body. Penn's elbow is blocked. All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Hughes gets tattooed by that straight punch.
Another punch to the head. Clean punch.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Oh, and there he goes, working off that jab again. How's your jab, DC?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab, but you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab. And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon.
Hughes gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to throw counters after blocking shots. Beautiful hands on display. Another punch lands.
Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. You don't pull up something. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defenses.
Oh, nice job by him there to slip that off with.
Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. The prodigy gets caught by that.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
That guillotine is tight. Penn's pass attempt denied.
That guillotine choke is getting very close. He's got to lock the guard, though, if he wants to finish.
Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man. Now he's got a good body position, yup.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on the hips to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by BJ Penn. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Penn. Round two straight ahead.
All right, listen, bud. Breathe, relax. I need you to get out there and keep this fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown. The only reason
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two here. All right, here we go. This next round is underway. He got worked in that previous frame. We'll see if he has recovered here as he enters this next round.
He don't recover in a minute, so he needs to extend the recovery time. Fight at a slower pace. You cannot go in there slinging leather again, or he'll find the light shut out this time.
Eats a jab there. Trying to establish that jab once again. Well, once again, mixed martial arts, the land of the unpredictable. You've got a jiu-jitsu fighter here throwing hands with one of the better guys in this division.
I would have never thought that this is the fight that will play out in front of us. The jiu-jitsu guy leading the dance, but not only leading the dance in the striking, but winning the exchanges. He has truly shown that he has committed himself to becoming a full mixed martial artist. I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Oh, nice job to slip off the center line there. His head movement has been a huge factor defensively in this fight.
You can never be a stationary target, so even if the feet aren't moving, you got to be ready to slip that head at a moment's notice. Oh, he's doing a real good job of levitating off of the strikes, too.
All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands, you can fall in love with this.
He can fall in love with the striking, but he is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. He gives you the level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight. That was a slick transition.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. And there it is again, targeting that swelling. Why would you not, right? You doled out all this damage. Might as well go right back to it.
Well, especially if your opponent is not going to move his head. He's still...
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
Got to be careful here.
You know, I got to tell you, I'm not sure that his face could be... looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Oh, and there it is. Was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open. Penn's right back to the full mount here.
Oh.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of...
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Nicely done. Good, solid strike on the ground. Well, DC, no denying he's winning this fight, and it's got to feel pretty good if you're a fighter. You put in the work, and it all comes together on fight.
When it all comes together, nothing feels better to go out there and implement the game plan that you guys have worked on in training camp, and it goes as desired. Nothing feels better. In the half guard, great job landing from the top position. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Hughes is in half guard. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Final seconds here of round two. Oh, looks like that submission's almost locked in.
Starting to get pretty deep here.
Round three next. Hashtag swollen. His face is starting to close, man.
It looks really bad. I mean, early in the fight, we talked about addressing things right now. He didn't do that, and now it seems as though he's going to pay for it.
All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent looked like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Third round underway. All right, next round is underway, and if you look at these two guys in between rounds, it looks like they've barely broken a sweat. Both with good resting heart rates, stamina still very high, and you just have to laud the efforts of these guys in training. Both men certainly noted cardio specialists, but incredible that they would have this much in the tank after 10-plus minutes of fighting. Oh, left hook to the head is blocked. Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt. Oh, you gotta love the leg kicks, and there it is.
What a great job getting that kick to the target. The issue with that kick, as effective as it is, one gets checked, you have the Anderson Silva situation.
Oh, beautiful counter with the jab. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Hughes is doing a nice job there. You saw him raise the guard to block that offering from the opponent. Don't want to sustain any more damage on that cut that has already been opened up. And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Got to be careful.
He's got to shore up the defense, because if he keeps getting hit there, it's only going to continue to get worse.
The Hall of Famer Hughes gets the single leg takedown. Looks like he might attempt the guillotine now.
Yep, that guillotine's deep. He's out. What's submission defense on display?
Hughes ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Hughes. Another ground and pound strike lands. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Hughes is back in side control here.
He's got to start to get to the get-up process, because everybody talks like you just get up. You don't. It's a process, right? You get to the underhook, you build to the elbow, then you start to gain height to get back to your feet.
Wow, huge head kick. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now.
Body shot. Oh, nice jab.
Looks like someone took a red Sharpie to his side. A lot of bruising courtesy of those body strikes.
Oh, big kicks, big punches. He's doing everything he told us he intended to do to slow this guy down. And you can see his opponent starting to really be labored in most of his movements.
Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination.
Very accurate. A lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments. Big shot lands to both guys.
Slips the punch. 20 seconds to go. Hughes gets absolutely tagged by that stiff jab. Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively or this fight's going to end.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is, now he's got the blood to deal with. He's got a sharp striker in front of him. He has got a lot of things to deal with if he wants to win this fight. But right now, the focus needs to be on the head movement so you're not getting hit in that cut.
All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round, and how about the swelling at this point on the fighter's forehead? That is not getting better, ladies and gentlemen. It is only getting worse given all the offense that's coming back. We'll see if they can get the end swell on there and try to keep this fighter in the fight. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
All right, next round is now underway. Do you see any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level enforcement.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing.
Great job blocking that one.
Slip and counter by Penn. Oh, you see he's trying to time that counter. Just misses. Hughes has got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. His opponent has done a lot of work in that region tonight.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, looks like he's got the sub locked in. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission D.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these two individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet leaning on the heart here late in the fight.
Yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
Penn's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him.
Arm triangle attempt here.
Nice arm triangle setup.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now. You gotta be kidding me. He's out.
Need to work on his position.
Changing the position.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. That one was clean. Great punch.
Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to not gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach. Man, feels like the beginning of the end. 2 minutes now to go. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly.
Work, I'll stand it up. Work.
Hughes is back in full guard now.
Nice defense.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Now he's going full mount.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Penn's in half guard. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. All All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back in. Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Somehow, someway, he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
Lands the ground and pound strike. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round, and how about the swelling at this point on the fighter's forehead? That is not getting better, ladies and gentlemen. It is only getting worse given all the offense that's coming back. We'll see if they can get the end swell on there and try to keep this fighter in the fight. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Oh, beautiful flipping counter there by Penn. Nice jab.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. Spinning back fist is there. Back to the jab now, no good. Back and forth we go. Gets the elbow up into the target. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
All right, so a wise decision by him to continue to attack that cut, and it's getting wider by the minute.
It's getting wider by the minute. This guy is a fantastic fighter, and he's as smart as they cut. So the moment that cut opened up, you knew that that would become his focus, and we are seeing it very clear right now. Big inside kick.
Right, Champ starting to see some swelling upstairs now.
Well, he's taking way too many shots to the head. You got to move your head. You cannot be on a straight line. Otherwise, you will take shots.
Oh, gotta keep pressing here. Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loves it. I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow. Right. You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Hughes, his eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time, and I'm not sure there's any end swell in the building that's going to open that eye back up. They might stop this fight.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Continuing to look for openings here with Penn on the canvas.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Well, on paper, it looked like a grappling advantage for him coming in, and largely, DC, that's the way it's played out. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's got it all going, J.A. This is a dream for him. The takedown early, the ground control, really starting to wear at the gas tank of his opponent.
Hughes' nose is just donating blood by the second here. I'm not so sure that nose isn't broken, DC. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Wow, so somehow, some way in this final round, back to the feet.
It's like he's playing the lottery, John. He got to his feet now. Does his numbers hit? He has got to hit every button to try to get a finish. Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, looks wicked tight. Oh, he's up.
Beautiful ground and pound, and that will cut him.
1 minute to go in the fight. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively. He's out again.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Hughes. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Good work here to the body on the ground by Hughes. Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce.
We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score the contest 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the Prodigy, B.J. Penn!
All right, so a huge effort out of the former two-division champion, B.J. Penn, tonight. He has started to keep a more active schedule of late. That has led to some strong results inside the octagon. It was vintage B.J. Penn here tonight as the Prodigy turns back the clock.